Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today I will be talking about vitamin K, different forms of vitamin K, functions of vitamin K, food sources of vitamin K, and what happens if there is deficiency or excess. Also, I will share what is recommended intake required by a person on day-to-day basis. So if that's something that interests you, then please keep on watching. Vitamin K is also known as clotting vitamin because without it blood would not clot. It also helps to maintain strong bones. Like other vitamins, vitamin K also have various forms like phyloquinone, that is vitamin K1, menaquinones, that is vitamin K2, menadione, that is vitamin K3, and hydroquinone. The major dietary source, and it is primarily obtained from plants, and menaquinone is obtained from animal sources. Vitamin K, being fat soluble, is directly absorbed along with dietary fat from the small intestine and transported to blood via chylomicron, and liver contains largest amount of vitamin K. Coming to the recommended intake, it is suggested 55 micrograms per day for adults and also pregnant and lactating women, but it differs for children. Children of 1 to 3 years they require 15, 4 to 6 years require 20, and 7 to 9 years require 25 micrograms per day. Vitamin K performs various functions, but mainly it has role in blood clotting. Blood clotting is important as it prevents excessive bleeding when a blood vessel is injured. Secondly, it helps in bone formation. It helps to prevent calcification of vascular tissue. Calcification means when there is calcium buildup in our body tissue causing it to harden. Next, it has been found in research that vitamin K intake in form of menaquinone may be important for maintaining elastic properties of arteries and which can lower risk of heart disease. Vitamin K also has anti-inflammatory and neuroprotective properties, and it also protects our neurons. Coming to food sources of vitamin K, jawar, black gram whole, fill beans, green gram whole, horse gram, moth beans, peas dry, red gram dal, red gram whole, rice bran, soya bean, agarthi leaves, amaranth leaves, bitter leaves, beet leaves, cabbage, colocasia leaves, garden cress, lettuce, mustard seeds, parsley, pumpkin leaves, spinach, tamarind leaves, radish leaves, baby corn, broad beans, drumstick, pumpkin, coriander leaves, curry leaves, red chilies, cloves, cumin seeds, black pepper, gingerly seeds, etc. are all rich in vitamin K. Deficiency of vitamin K is not common in India because of our dietary pattern, but if a person has digestion or absorption problem, then they may face deficiency. It can mainly lead to increased blood clotting time, which can lead to hemorrhage that can be fatal, leading to heavy menstrual bleeding, bleeding of gums, nosebleeds, fecal blood loss. Coming to the last part, that is what happens if there is high intake of vitamin K which is not absorbed as excess is excreted from urine more rapidly than any other fat soluble vitamins. However, the synthetic preparation of menadione and its salts should not be used for infants, which can be toxic and that can result in their neonatal hemolysis and liver damage. So that's all for vitamin K. Hope this video was helpful. Thanks for watching my video. If you liked, then please hit the like button, and also don't forget to subscribe for more such videos. Until next time, eat healthy, stay safe, and stay happy.